Thanks so much, Stuart, for giving me your time today. Now, MEP Technologies are doing some really interesting, disruptive stuff in the innovation space. I would love for you to tell us a wee bit more about it.
Sure. So MEP Technologies are a battery systems designer and manufacturer. To do that, we work on innovative using innovative technologies. We work to develop batteries for customers that are unique and niche in their applications. And to do that, we need to work with the latest innovations in cell technology and the associated battery technologies to make batteries.
That sounds fantastic, but it's not as easy as buying off the shelf and selling on.
No,
this is
no.
complete experimentation that you go through, yeah?
Yes, and as such, it means that a lot of the time, and certainly in most of our projects, we're working with a lot of uncertainty and unique technologies.
Okay.
And novel approaches to things.
Absolutely, different approaches, different methodologies, like you say. And the viewers would absolutely love to learn a wee bit about particular projects that have been successful, if you want to share some insight.
Yeah, sure. So we've had some internal projects that have been quite successful, one of them leading to a product that we sell now to a customer in France.
Oh, superb. Right.
I can't talk about that one, but the other ones I can talk about are, we've also enjoyed working on Innovate projects, part funded by the UK government. All of the projects involve us working with collaborating partners, and all of them involve us working with collaborating partners' unique technologies and developing techniques to create battery packs from those technologies.
Okay. I mean, whenever I speak to an innovation client or company or contact, collaboration seems to be one of the top topics that comes up, because as much as you are great at doing what exactly you say on the tin, you can't do it all yourself, and you do need experts from different levels and backgrounds to come in. So I take it you do kind of proactively reach out to specialists and work with.
Yes. I mean, we've been lucky that some people have come to find us in some instances where they have a new cell chemistry or a new energy storage technology, and have asked us to get involved in taking that technology and helping them develop it into a product that can be sold. We cross a lot of industry sectors, so not only do we do batteries for the automotive industry, so we do sort of small vehicle and unique bespoke vehicle battery systems. We also do battery systems for what we call portable storage, so any battery that's removable in its nature from products. And we also cover light mobility, or e-mobility type applications, so e-scooters, e-motorcycles.
Okay, and I suppose that sort of gives you inspiration then to sort of what's going to be next. What you're involved in these multiple avenues, and you get to see the gaps in all those markets, and you get to see, okay, well, here's where things are limited, here's where the technology can go to this point, and then does that sort of give you inspiration for your next projects?
Yes, it does. And very specifically, so one of the R&D projects that we did allowed us to develop our own battery management system. And that gives us the unique ability to manage and tailor the control electronics for any customer's application or any new technology coming along.
Wow. Okay, that's impressive. And that sort of brings me nicely on to, if someone was watching this video and they're in a very similar space to you, and they're not quite sure on making an R&D claim and what kind of activities you go through, etc., could you maybe give an example of what types of trials and tests you've gone through with your projects?
Sure. So the technologies that we find are a challenge within the industry are joining technologies, so we're welding interconnections between cells. Cooling systems, that's always a big one, and there's a multitude of different methods for cooling cells or taking the heat out of. And also what I call enclosures and safety, so making sure that cells don't go on fire, for example, or batteries don't go on fire.
Whenever you're trying to reach your objective, your end goal, at the beginning of the journey, there must be some uncertainty that you're going to get there.
Yes, absolutely. It's inherent in taking new technologies forward, the uncertainty of how to apply them and what the outcome will be.
Okay, perfect. Now, in order to do that, you've naturally used company profit or possibly private investment, but you've dabbled in the grant space as well. You said Innovate UK. Maybe share a bit of your experience on what that's been like.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the company was started on investment, external investment, but the rest of the assistance for going through projects come from grants as well as profits from the company.
Okay,
yeah.
And do you write the grant application yourself? Do you take that on?
I don't personally do it all myself, but
Yeah.
I have a fair bit of input, and I have other members of the company who get involved in that with a lot of experience in writing grants.
Of course, no, it's a field all by itself.
Yes. Although there has been occasion where we've considered using external to support, and I think we've not done any of the larger sort of APC type grants that are on offer. I think if we were going to promote ourselves for one of those, we would probably make sure we got the best chance possible of getting the grant by involving a third party.
Well, do you know, that's again going back to that collaboration stage and knowing what you know and working with those that can add to that.
Mm-hmm.
And that, I suppose, would bring me nicely onto your R&D experience. Now, you've chosen to work with a third party instead of doing it yourself or going through an accountant. What's your experience been like with that avenue?
Very positive. So I haven't had any negative experience because I've used a third party.
Yeah.
So it takes all the worry out of it because you're handing it to someone who knows what they're doing, knows the rules, and by having the knowledge to ask you the right questions about what you're doing and your activities, it means that the worry of it being an incorrect submission or any future impact and negative is gone.
Sort of having that soundboard to go back to and them keeping you up to date on these changes, that's invaluable.
Yeah, if we didn't do it with a third party, we would need to have somebody in the company who stayed on top of all that and understood all of that. And as a small company, as a small medium enterprise, I don't see the need for that overhead. I think the benefits of you involving a third party outweigh having it done in-house easily.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Now, you've been, innovation is your game, you've been in this space for a long, long time. When you first began making R&D claims, what was your experience at that point? So,
I hadn't considered it in the beginning. It was another company that we'd worked with who'd mentioned, have you been involved in R&D tax credit claims? You should look into it, and recommended a third party for us to talk to. I'm really pleased that I did, because year on year I have been pleasantly surprised at A, how easy it was because of the support, and B, the return, or the money that we've had back that we're able to reinvest into the growth of the company has been amazing.
And I always say that you're not doing this for the R&D claim, you know, that the tax incentive is a bonus, but it's good knowledge for you to know at the beginning of a project, would any of this activity qualify? And it's sort of, you know, a lot of my clients, from doing it the first time to where they are now, they know what the process is like, so they can, throughout the year, they can monitor their projects, they can write up their problems, they can keep an eye on the costs, so that actually when it comes to making their claim, bam, they've almost got it all there, and they simply make the job easier. Now, the reason that this incentive exists is for you to, of course, push your industry forward and push technology forward, but the whole incentive is to take the money and reinvest it back into the company. And certainly from the production line you have here, the facilities, the products you put out, it certainly seems like that's what you have done.
Yes. It's the having been able to claim money back from R&D tax credits has allowed us to grow and continue to grow year on year. Our ambition was always to be a manufacturer, to bring manufacturing to the battery industry in the UK. And we have a couple of production lines already, and with the money that we've received, we've managed to take on a bigger space now, which allows us to grow the company over the next 2 to 3 years, and continue growing hopefully beyond that.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see where it all goes. That's
Thanks
wonderful.
very much.
Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.